Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel, and I'm here for another versus video for you guys. And the two albums that we will be talking about today are We Cant Dance by Genesis versus Roll the Bones by Rush. Now, the reason I'm going to be talking about both these albums and doing a versus video for these two albums is because obviously both these bands are legends in progressive rock, and both these albums came out in the same year, 1991. So I do know which one I like more, and I feel like a lot of people would actually agree with my choice. But let's first go ahead and talk about We Cant Dance by Genesis. Now, in my opinion, Genesis has never really released a bad album, and neither has Rush, but I think Genesis has put out, I guess, weaker albums than Rush has. In other words, I think Rush has just had a stronger discography than Genesis overall. But this album, it's not bad. I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's not one of their best, and I do think that this is actually one of Genesis's weakest albums, but there's some very good songs on here. Of course, No Son of Mine, which is probably the best song on the album. Really good opening track, I think. Jesus, He Knows Me is a really good song as well. Very catchy and memorable. This song has actually grown on me a lot. And then there's the song I Cant Dance, which I never really cared for that much. I know it's one of the singles, but I don't know. I just never cared for it much. Driving the Last Spike is not too bad. Dreaming While You Sleep is kind of underrated. But the second half of this album, I think, is really where it kind of goes downhill for me, I guess. But the first half of this album, obviously much stronger than the second half, especially since in the first half you have songs like No Son of Mine, Jesus, He Knows Me, and Driving the Last Spike. But all in all, I think it's a decent album. I mean, it's not bad, so We Cant Dance. So as for the album Roll the Bones by Rush, this is not one of my personal favorites from Rush, but I do think it's a good album though. It's not my least favorite Rush album, but it's definitely not my favorite either. But yeah, I'm actually not sure what my least favorite would be these days. Probably either Vapor Trails or Snakes and Arrows, but Roll the Bones, on the other hand, I think it is a good album. Some people might say it's underrated, but I don't know. This album definitely has an interesting sound to it. Of course, you got really good songs on here like Dreamline, Bravado, the title track, Roll the Bones. Now, I know some people don't really like the title track that much due to the rapping part that's in the song. This is something that I kind of learned to get past, I guess. It doesn't really bother me as much. Some might say it's a unique part of the song. That's what makes the song unique or whatever, but I mean, you can think of it what you want, of course. I think it's a decent track, though. The Big Wheel is also very good. Ghost of a Chance, not too bad. Yeah, there's some good stuff on this album. So Roll the Bones. So of the two albums, We Cant Dance and Roll the Bones, which of the two albums do I like more? Which one do I prefer? Well, if you want my opinion, I definitely prefer Roll the Bones by Rush. This album, to me, just has more memorable tracks, and it's just a better album overall from start to finish. Like, I think it has a better second half than We Cant Dance does. I mean, this album, like, you can at least listen to it all the way through and not feel the need to either skip through songs or whatever. Not like you do on We Cant Dance, because in my opinion, We Cant Dance does have some filler in the second half of the album. But Roll the Bones, I can't really say that too much. I think that this album, it doesn't overstay its welcome that much. And Rush, like I said, just has a more solid discography overall. So for this video, Roll the Bones wins. So that's the winner of this video. So let me know what you guys think. Which album do you like more? We Cant Dance by Genesis or Roll the Bones by Rush? Feel free to let me know in the comments. So with that being said, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and take care.